so much. I mean, it's like he's gone quantum since he came back from Argentina, I think, or wherever he was. I mean, it feels like to me, it's gotten very deep. And I just love when he, like maybe last Sunday when he was saying, you know, if you just go like, and people go, oh, I'm so cold. And then they go, and oh, I'm so hot. It's like the mind. And for me, it's really been an experiment of the mind. And I do find I'm better in the morning. I do focus better in the morning. I don't even really try at night. I just do my breathing, basically it. Because as he said, the shop is closed, whatever. But yeah, and then the other thing is, and some days are better and some days are not, but to focus on that space between the breaths, which I like, and get that. Anyway, it's just, I just really appreciate everything you guys are doing. It's very helpful, and thank you so much.
Yeah. And so, Mary, I really like the point about like figuring out what sort of things we can control that will make it better. Like mornings are better than evenings, right? So that's something that in general you can control. You might have a busy mornings occasionally where you can't do it or something like that, but at least you know mornings are generally going to be better for me. I'm going to try to do it then, right? And keeping in mind that, you know, it's this journey, you know, so.
Yeah, and not like be on the iPhone, you know, like be looking at social media and then think that you could possibly sit down and calm your mind. I mean, it's really, you know,
mornings are a good time. And also, I like to do it early morning. So that means I need to go to bed early the night before. So it really, planning starts at least 12 hours beforehand.
Yeah. And that's a really good point, Joanna, you know, and, you know, if we want to be able to have that success within 6 months, you know, that really like golden appealing way to do it, right? I mean, there's an awful lot of requirements that probably none of us really have in place to make it happen in that really condensed time frame. Now, that doesn't mean that doing what we can do when we can do it, you know, is without value. Of course, that's very valuable because that's how we, you know, create the causes in the future to actually have the perfect conditions. So, yeah. Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you all sharing your thoughts. Does anyone else have anything else? Well, thank you. I know sometimes having a discussion like in this Zoom fashion is challenging, so I appreciate that we did. So we still have a few minutes left, so maybe we can look a little bit at some of the content just to practice keeping that stuff fresh in our minds. So why don't we start, we usually go from stage 1 to stage 9. So why don't we start at stage 9 and work our way back just to make sure that we actually get stage 9 in from time to time. So what do we call this final stage?
Meditative stabilization.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a certain power associated with this final stage. What power is that?
Of familiarization. Power of familiarization.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And the mental engagement is effortless engagement.
Right. So what makes stage 9 different than the previous 8?
It doesn't require much to get there. It's effortless in that sense.
Right. Yeah. No exertion is needed. That's exactly right. Yeah. Okay. And so let's go back a stage then to stage 8. And what do we call that one?
Becoming single-pointed.
Yes, ma'am. And the power there?
Is joyful effort. I'm looking for that.
That's it. Yeah, that's right. And the mental engagement there?
The mental engagement. Oh. I'm blanking on it.
Anybody else?
I'll look it up.
So this one, oh, go ahead.
Uninterrupted focus.
That's it, right. And how many stages do we have the uninterrupted focus?
One.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, it's only on stage 8. That's right. Because before that, it is called what?
Interrupted focus.
Right.
For a long, long time.
That's right. Yep, that's exactly right. Okay, and what makes this stage unique? What's something, you know, that only stage 8 has?
You're able to hold your focus for a very long time, pinpointedly.
That's absolutely right. Yeah. And what I was actually going for is sort of the beginning of that like there's just a little bit of effort in the beginning, right? And then from there, you can do it as long as you want. So that's correct, Suzette. Yeah. Okay, I think we got time for 1 or 2 more stages. So let's take a step back then to stage 7. What's that one called?
Complete pacification.
That's it. Yeah. And which power do we use here?
Joyful effort.
Right. So it's still joyful effort, right? We use that for both 7 and 8. Yeah. And we already answered this one, but just to make that complete, what's the mental engagement here?
Interrupted focus.
Yeah. Right. Okay. And let's do stage 6. What do we call that?
Pacifying. Pacification.
That's right. And which power do we use here?
Introspection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what's special about stage 6?
The power of introspection is complete.
That's it.
So excited mind is greatest.
Yep. Yep. And so introspection at this point is spontaneous, right? It's just what you said, Lamala, that it's perfected. And so now it's spontaneous. Yeah. So maybe just with the 1 minute we have left here, we could name the first 5 stages so we get all those names in. Anybody know the name of stage 1?
Interplacement.
Very good. And stage 2?
Continual placement. And
Yep.
patchy placement, then close placement, then subdued.
Yay.
Subdued. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So thanks everyone for joining in the discussion and then the quiz session. And next week, then we'll go to meditating together again. And if y'all have any ideas of other ways to do this or things that would be helpful, definitely let me know so that we keep it being useful. So, okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Good to see you today. Glad you're back.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's hear.
Please have a steam gesture. Shukil, how are you feeling today?
Thank you for asking, Geshe. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Doing good?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah, good evening. Gelek, good evening. Tom, good evening. Elise, good evening. Bodhisattva Patrick, good evening. Joanna, good evening. Laura, good evening. Tashi Gelek, Alex. Oh, Domasi, good evening. Neely, good evening. Kovina, Ryan, good evening. Rajesh, good evening. Suste, good evening. David, good evening. Children, good evening. Mary, good evening. Tenzin Lamula, good evening. Panditji, good evening. Anybody watching on YouTube, good evening. Welcome back to the class. Lamula will lead some prayer. Okay. So Lamula, today the Heart Sutra, we just recite the forehead Dagini prayers, okay? Not the whole Heart Sutra. So then rest, maybe only the Heart Sutra, then we'll do the rest of the prayer, okay?
Start with Shakyamuni Buddha. Praise to Shakyamuni Buddha. Guru, teacher, Bhagavan Tathagata, Arhat, complete Buddha, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of beings to be subdued, teacher to you, Buddha Bhagavan, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. Guru, teacher, Bhagavan, Arhat, perfectly complete Buddha, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, know of the world, supreme guide of beings to be subdued, teacher of gods and humans, to you, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. Guru, teacher, Bhagavan, Arhat, perfectly complete Buddha, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of beings to be subdued, teacher of gods and humans, Bhagavan, glorious conqueror, Shakyamuni, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. But supreme amongst humans, you were born on this earth. You tasted and said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise then, I prostrate. With pure bodies, forms supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, three worlds, winner of the best, Savior to you, I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Three like you, the three worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the teacher having all the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime, pure reality, to the dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Do not commit any unwholesome actions. Engage in perfect, wholesome actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha.
So this is important to all of my friends to remember. This stanza kind of summarize, kind of sums up Buddha's teaching. Dibachi and Mijashi. So it's good to remember. So like sometimes people ask you to, can you please explain Buddhism? Short period of time, you need to remember this stanza. Dibachi and Mijashi. Not able to subdue the mind, so then all problems occur due to untamed mind, and the mind is not tamed, the mind is not subdued. So much negativity within the mind, so much negativity within the mind based on politics, based on religion, based on culture, based on traditions, based on wealth, based on name, based on positions, based on power, so then it's like it's a very unfortunate thing. So not knowing whether you are going to be here tonight, tomorrow or not even having any clue whether you are going to be here tomorrow or not. So then on top of that, so much negativity has been generated within the mind. So due to pretty much all the problems that now we experience in the world, so that like so much negativity within the mind, like greed, jealousy, arrogant pride, no good, no good. So therefore, we all need to subdue our mind in order to have peaceful world. Everybody has moral responsibility how to subdue their mind. Each and every person has moral responsibilities. So when you manage to subdue your mind, so then everybody else in the world get benefit, because nobody has to fear to you. Nobody has to fear of your presence on this planet, because your mind is subdued. Everybody, not just only Buddhists, everybody get benefit. Only way to subdue our mind is to develop in loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta, the altruistic attitude. And to have very clear understanding right from the beginning, to have very clear understanding. Wanting happiness is not based on religion. It's not based on money. It's not based on culture. It's not based on how you look. It's not based on traditions. Everybody wants happiness. Everybody. Every single person on this planet wants happiness. It's nothing to do with religion. It's nothing to do with the culture. It's nothing to do with your belief. Everybody wants happiness. So based on that, so now you think how to contribute for the world peace. The best way to contribute is subdue your mind. Means less negative thought. Then everybody get benefit. So this is very important. That we must have clear understanding right from the beginning that everybody on this planet wants happiness. It's nothing to do with religion. It's nothing to do with what we believe. It's just human nature. The best to become cause for that. The best is like to become cause for that. If not, then restrain to become obstacle for that, to restrain. Don't become obstacles based on culture, belief, traditions, race. This is all unfortunate. So that's why this Buddha taught 84,000 scriptures kind of summarized into this one stanza, Dibachi and Michashins. If you manage to subdue your mind, you'll be happier in this life. If something goes beyond this life, it'll be good one. It'll be good one. No? Now, based on that, if you want to achieve a higher goal like liberation, full enlightenment, you can do. If you're not concerned about that, at least this life, the very life that you see, you get immense benefit. Subduing your mind, you get immense benefit. So then, on top of that, you want to do something for next life, you can do. If you want to do top of that something higher, so that you can work for liberation, for enlightenment. This all boils down to subduing your mind. Okay, very important. Next time, if some of your friends ask, "Can you explain Buddhism?" You need to remember the stanza. The stanza. Yeah, it is about change. It's about improvement and change. That's all. That's all. Okay. Just want to share. So the stanza kind of sums up entire Buddhist teachings. Just want to share. Yeah, President Lamrim, please continue.
A star, a defective view, a butter lamp flame, an illusion, a dewdrop, a water bubble, a dream, lightning, a cloud. See all causative phenomena like this. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. Now the prayer to the lion-faced Dakini. From the holy supreme realm of Kechara, you who possess powers of clairvoyance and magical emanation, look after practitioners without distraction as you would a child. To the hosts of Dakinis of the three abodes, I prostrate. So we'll say this mantra 21 times.
So this particular mantra, as I mentioned before, if some of you are here new, usually when we use the rosary, you pull mantra inside because we are trying to receive the blessings through mala inside. This particular mantra is to remove obstacles. That's why you push the beat out. Like this beat you push out. Okay? So that's for the sake of knowledge. So this is to remove the obstacle. You put the beat out. Put the beat out like this, push out. Normally, you just pull the beat inside towards you. So there's to receive blessing. Okay, in this case, you push out for the sake of knowledge. Aka samaranza shatara samaraya pe aka samaranza shatara. Aka samaranza shatara samaraya pe aka samaranza shatara samaraya. Aka samaranza shatara samaraya. Aka samaranza shatara samaraya. Aka samaranza shatara samaraya. Aka samaranza shatara. Samaranza shatara samaraya pe. Papa kunjo sumji kaya dimbeto jichir.
Yata gate gate parasam gate.
Bode soha. Papa kunjo sumji kaya dimbeto jichir.
By the teachings of the noble three rare sublime ones possessing the power of truth, may hindrances be averted,
Doba juji, meba juji.
be eliminated, may be pacified. May all enemies and forces opposed to Dharma, Shantim Kurusoha. May the host of 80,000 obstacles be pacified. May we be free from harm to Dharma. May all excellences be in accordance with karma. May there be auspiciousness and perfect happiness here. Right? Now the Ganda Lagema. From the heart of the savior of the 100 deities of Tushita, on the peak of a cloud resembling a clump of fresh curd, King of Dharma, Mushan Losang Drapa, please come here together with your sons. In the sky before me, on a lion throne, lotus and your guru smiles with delight. Supreme field of merit for mind of faith, please abide for 100 eons to spread the teachings. Your holy mind has the full extent of objects to me known. Your holy speech with its explanations is an ear ornament from those of good fortune. Your holy body is radiantly beautiful. You are meaningful to see, hear, and remember. I prostrate. Pleasing drinking water bears flowers, lights, scented waters, and so forth. Oceans of cloud-like offerings, both actually arranged and mentally emanated. I offer to you the supreme field. Whatever non-virtue of body, speech, and mind, especially those opposite to the 3 vows that I have collected in this time, I confess each and every one with fervent regret from my heart. You strove from made your freedoms and richnesses meaningful, by abandoning the 8 worldly concerns. Savior, we sincerely rejoice in perfect, pure, holy gurus from the billowing clouds of wisdom and compassion in the sky of the Dharma. Please let fall a rain of profound and extensive Dharma upon the receptacle of those to be subdued exactly as they need. May the Vajra body of Tsongkhapa, created from the purity of clear light, free of rising and setting of cyclic existence, be visible to the ordinary viewer only in its unsubtle physical form, stay on unchanging without waning until samsara ends. May whatever virtue I have collected benefit the teachings and all transmigrator beings, and in particular may it cause the essence of perfect pure Losang Drapa's teachings to shine forever. So this section will say 3 times. Vajradhara, Lord of sages, source of all realizations, Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-objectifying passion, Manjushri, master of stainless wisdom, Lord of secrets, destroyer of the entire host of Maras, Losang Drapa, crown ornament of the sages of the land of snow, to you, Guru Buddha, embodying the 3 refuges, I make request, respectfully with my 3 doors, please bless me and others to be ripened and liberated. Please bestow the supreme and common realizations. Vajradhara, Lord of sages, source of all realizations, Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-objectifying compassion, Manjushri, master of stainless wisdom, Lord of secrets, destroyer of the entire host of Maras, Losang Drapa, crown ornament of the sages of the land of snow, to you, Guru Buddha, embodying the 3 refuges, I make requests, respectfully with my 3 doors. Please bless me and others to be ripened and liberated. Please bestow the supreme and common realizations. Vajradhara, Lord of sages, source of all realizations. Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-objectifying compassion. Manjushri, master of stainless wisdom. Lord of secrets, destroyer of the entire host of Maras. Losang Drapa, crown ornament of the sages of the land of snow. To you, Guru Buddha, embodying the 3 refuges, I make requests respectively with my 3 doors. Please bless me and others to be ripened and liberated. Please bestow the supreme and common realizations. So we'll say this 3 times also. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the realizations of your holy body, speech, and mind. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the supreme and common realizations. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and remain steadfast until I attain the essence of enlightenment. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the realizations of your holy body, speech, and mind. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the supreme and common realizations. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and remain steadfast until I attain the essence of enlightenment. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the realizations of your holy body, speech, and mind. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the supreme and common realizations. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and remain steadfast until I attain the essence of enlightenment. By the force of the victorious one Lamrim Tsongkhapa, acting as our direct Mahayana virtuous friend in all our lives, may we never turn aside even for a second from the pure path highly admired by the victorious ones.
So they here like what's called this title called entering what's called entering the Guru into your heart. Hold on.
Let's see. First, we have the long mandala offering.
Entering the Guru into your heart.
Yeah, I think that's after this.
No, it's already you already recited.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Already recited. So that little down, please.
Down.
Go down.
Oh, good. Oh, this way.
Oh, yeah, go down.
More down, more.
Yeah, go down. Oh, here. Oh, for the second knowledge, let's go to one. What is the title? The entering more.
So this is the line stage Mixema.
Oh no, so then they need to see the title. They believe up, so up.
Up, oh, up. I didn't see any title.
No, I just saw. Hold on. Up.
Lamala, it's the 3 stanzas that begin Magnificent and Precious Root Guru.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, up.
That's it. That's not it. Here, okay. Right here.
Oh yeah, right there. For the sake of knowledge, if someone like this is like Yogi Vesawa, Java Vesawa, Vesa lineage. Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga practice. This comes very end of the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga practice. So this here, this also like it's like dissolving the merit field, dissolve the merit field in your heart. So that's what it is. This is dissolving the merit field into your heart through central channels. So that's what it is. It comes very bottom of the Vensa lineage, Java Vensa lineage. Lama Tsonga Guru practice based on Java Vesawa lineage. Vesa lineage. Java Vesawa is like a great yogi. Follow Lama Tsonga traditions, managed to enlighten this lifetime. This life in Java Vesawa. So fortunate to able to say, okay. Fortunate to able to say that, Java Vesawa. It comes in the very bottom of the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga practice based on Java Vesawa lineage, Vesa lineage, what's called Vesa lineage. Probably the name after the place of birth. So the master was born. So he was named after his place. Managed to enlighten within this lifetime. Vesa lineage. Of course, most of the Vesa lineage teachings is associated with Tantra practice. Based on the amount of effort you put into the practice, you could get enlightened within 12 years or 3 years, 3 months. The teaching has potentials to help you to get enlightened. 12 years, the most, then within 3 years, 3 months, the teaching has ability to help you to enlighten with this lifetime. 12 years or 3 years, 3 months. So their teaching has the potentials. Java Vesawa, very profound Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga practice based on Java Vesawa lineage, Vesa lineage. Okay, for the second knowledge. So now, then what else, Lamala?
On the long mandala offering.
Short, not long, short.
Do the short one. Saji perki shushi metok tamri dablin ni degen padi sangye shindu mikte Idokunamda Shinla Chepashok Jetsunama Dampakenam Kichekukala Kense Chujin Tri Chita Tsampe Duje Zima La Jabgecheki Sharpawab to sa idam guru ratamandalakam niryatayami.
Sanje Chodan Soje Chonamla Chanjo Paton Dani. Dagi Chushin Jibia Sonamje and Rola Pidia Sanje. Here are the main things. Set up positive motivations. The best positive motivation is bodhicitta, altruistic attitude. So if you can develop that, so with that attitude that you say, I'm going to listen to this class with bodhicitta. So that's the whole point of reciting reflection of bodhicitta prayer, okay? Whether you can follow or not, so that's the main point. Even though you can say the prayer, then you don't didn't set up the motivation, then it's not much meaning. At least need to think intellectually. Sanje Chodan Soje Chonamla Chanjo Pardon Dane Chanjo Dage Chushin Jebe Sonamje Andola Penje Sanje Andola Sanje Chodan Soje Chonamla Chanjo Pardon Dage Chushin Jebe Sonamje Andola Penje Sanje Andola 파타마라 달라미 메나미야지 오모도 자진라서 취지잖아 저번에 산제 송라 라도 시제 대외주죠 뭐 대다시 답해 줄 수 있는 대시시 넘어가 얘기하다 놓는데 이제 저번에 미 얘기하는 거 담제 편도 담배 쳤는다 관계 두세년전에 따와 담제 방배죠 담배 쳤는데 된세 방법도 뭐야 so that finished now all the prayers so the entering the guru into your heart so that practice as I says come very end of the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga practice based on Jawa Vesawa lineage. So why you do that? No, so then how it appears when you're trying to like visualize the marriage field, it appears as a Lama Tsongkhapa and his two main disciples. That's how it appears. In the reality, that your guru, you know. Does that make sense? Appear is something, in reality, there's something different. Say, when you act out, you appear as a doctor. In reality, you are Nili. No, but you appear as a chef. You appear as a doctor based on the play. You know, some case you appear as a doctor. Some case you appear as a chef. In reality, that's who you are like this. Nili is the one who's acting in different costume. Same thing here. It appears as a Lama Tsongkhapa and two main disciples, but reality is your guru. So then why you dissolve that whole marriage field, they visualize why you dissolve, because you dissolve into your crown through central chakra in your heart, center of your heart. It remains there till you reach enlightenment. Whatever you eat, you mentally think that you are making offerings. You know, people show respect, you're thinking about here, what's inside your heart. That's Lama, that's your guru inseparable with Lama Tsongkhapa, or Tara inseparable with your guru. So that's what is here, standing in the center of your heart on the lotus cushions. So because of the devotion towards that, it's for hard to, this is kind of hard to look down on somebody else. It's hard to criticize, judge, you know, any negative thought. It's hard to generate because there's something very holy sitting inside your center of your heart. Something very holy that you dissolve into center of your heart. It's sitting there. So the devotion towards that, so then it's harder to letting any negative mindset take over. So every food that you consume is offerings. Somebody praising you is here. It's not really you, it's here. You know, somebody showing respect is not really to you, it's here. No need to feel bad because something very holy sitting inside the center of your heart that you just dissolve. And tomorrow you do the same thing, you practice again, then at the very end you dissolve that. And so to be aware that something very holy sitting in your heart. So just for the sake of knowledge, so that's what it is. Okay. Could be Lama inseparable with a Tara, Manjushri, like Vajrapani, Manju, then Harya Giva, it doesn't matter. It's like various based on the Didi Yoga practice that you do. The whole idea is like to be aware there's something very holy sitting center of your heart, something very holy sitting in the center of your heart. So that holiness is very much encouraging you to be liberated, you to be enlightened. So anything that go against that liberation, enlightenment, probably should not do. Should not do, So for the sake of devotions towards something that's remaining inside of you, something very holy that's remaining inside of your heart. In this case, appears Lama Tsongkhapa, then I was two disciples dissolved into Lama Tsongkhapa's right shoulder, left shoulder, then they are thrown, dissolved into Lama Tsongkhapa, so the Lama Tsongkhapa dissolved into your crown through central channels that remain in the lotus cushion center of your heart. So that has many, many multiple benefits. The benefit to be born in Tushita realms, which is within the desire realms. There are like 7 there's like six within the desire realm. There are like 6 celestial realm. Number 4, that's the one called Tushita realm, is located into number 4. Then if you look at the Mount Meru, that's like the fourth level of the Mount Meru. That's where it's located. But so I'm not sure how far from. It's not on the ground. It's above the ground. Above the ground, there are within the desire realms. Karmically, we are connected to that realm because in the same realm, desire realm, but they are not on the ground. They're above ground. Above ground. Above ground. So celestial realm number 4, there's like Ganden is located there. So there's like 1,000 Buddha will descend from there to our planet. Lama Atisha came to India, was born in India, came to Tibet, now is in Tushita realm. Lama Atisha is in Tushita realm. Lama Tsongkhapa is there, Lama Atisha was there, Atisha's main disciple Dromtema was there, so then many Kadamba master was there. So then you are supposed to know, like when you do Lama Tsongkhapa Guru or practice, you are supposed to visualize that whole realm, the Gandhara realms. So they also like create the cause to be born in Tushita realms. So they receive teachings continuously. So then visualizing Gandhara realms, create the cause to be born there. Also, it's become it's kind of become a part of Poa practice. Poa practice means like descending your consciousness into the higher realm. It's also become a part of the Poa practice too. So visualizing that. So this whole part of Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga practice is based on Jawa Vesawa lineage. Okay, Jawa Vesawa lineage. Oh yeah. For the second knowledge, yeah. So then, Chukila, where we stop? So we are still, So here we are still on. How many class now? Is it second class or third class?
This is the 4th.
This is the 4th. Even I try to go the shortcut. If we have 4 class on one topic, only one topic, we have 4 class. Even I went to the shortcut, but it's still 4th class. No, I already explained the reasons why there's so much information on this particular topic. Because as I said, back in our mind, we think, no proof, we think that we are going to be here long period of time. That's not just you, everybody, we think, but we have no proof. We have reason, many reasons, like, oh, I'm healthy, I'm young, many reasons, but there's no proof. So there's a back of the mind that we think, oh, we are going to be here a long period of time. That kind of deceive us, then postpone, So then it's kind of like deceive, and like it also make us like it make heart like it make us like it's also kind of interference with the choice that we make in day-to-day life. Maybe we may not the best choice. We may not make the best choice, so we may invest our energy and our intelligence, our energy into something else that doesn't have much benefit, even in this life, and maybe there's not much benefit next life, so then there's not much benefit towards liberation and enlightenment, very little. So that, the thought, because of that, but another set of thought, like, oh, I don't have any confidence that I will be here tomorrow. I don't have confidence. This could be my last day. Every day could be my last day. It has some valid base to support that idea, because you don't have no clue. But thinking that you are going to be here forever, so that's why this idea we all have. So it's not that easy to get rid of that idea. Therefore, there's so much message. They're kind of telling us, maybe it's not, if you're deceived by this idea, maybe that's not, it's not the best thing, So maybe you should think, maybe every day could be the last day. So then maybe this will shape your life. It makes you make better choice in this, better choice. Not true. Make it miserable, could be last day. That's how you want to spend your last day, be miserable. Think twice. It could be, so it doesn't mean it's going to be last day, but this thought, having this every day's last day, this kind of thought kind of shapes your mind. It helps you to make better choice. Okay, so therefore, there's so much information there. It's not easy like to have this realizations. Okay. Oh yeah. So then, so this is all this here now. As accomplishments in this life. Accomplishment in this life, what that means. Accomplishment in next life, the higher accomplishment, liberation, enlightenment. Yeah, there's many accomplishments. Yeah, how you define accomplishment in this life? To accomplish something happily, peace of mind, calm mind, happy mind. Is this a better choice? Or should not give much thought about that. That doesn't really matter. Happy mind, that doesn't matter. Or money and wealth, this is more important than happy mind is not that important. Then life has no meaning. Life has no meaning. What do you say? Yeah, so probably you met people, I met in my life, you met people who has tons. Then are they one of the most happiest person on this planet? Answer is no. So you probably met some, I met few in my life, so anyway, so that's how we assessment. How you say assess?
Yes, that's how we assess. Yeah.
question is how you assess your achievement, how you define your achievement. Achievement related to very life that you see. Achievement next life, achievements, then higher achievement, liberation, enlightenment, how you assess day-to-day life, how you assess. That's why there's so much information about impermanent mortality, impermanent. There's so much information because this message is not easy to get here because we have some other ideas, So that idea is not easy to get rid of because everybody has, or tomorrow, or maybe day after tomorrow, or maybe next week, or maybe next month, next year. Meanwhile, no clue, no evidence, no clue. So that's why this has so much, details. Okay, so much details. Not like trying to make you depressed, or it's just explaining the reality. It's just explaining the reality. So, so then the reality, next life, this life, there's only one breath. There's only one breath. When that breath ceases, next life, that life is finished. It's only one breath. It's not like you have to go 1,000-mile walk. No, it's just one breath. You breathe out, can breathe in, it's finished. It's over. When that happens, what things matter? Your house, your wealth, all of this, even this body, Kadamba Master said, become nothing. This very body, you shower every single day, make sure it doesn't smell, this becomes nothing. You just talk about reality. That's all. You just talk about reality. What is matter when breath ceases? What is matter? Oh, so based on that, then you assessed. Your assessment should be based on that. After that, what follows? Nothing else. Even this body, If you manage to create some merit, you can take that. Other than that, So that's why this part of the small scope teachings, precious human life, and that precious human life has limit. So to make sure you don't waste means you don't, don't become pessimistic, and have a faith in yourself that you are someone who possesses Buddha natures. You are someone who have ability to become enlightened. Don't lose faith towards your Buddha natures. Don't lose. You have to have faith in yourself that you could achieve fully enlightenment. You could improve. You could change. You have to have faith because your life is considered as a precious human life. So that precious human life has limit. Has a limit. So it's not like it's going to be here forever. So then they get the best out of, get the most out of this precious human life. Physically, verbally, mentally, whatever ways, physically, mentally, through 3 doors. Technically, it's called 3 doors. All the practice they're taught by Shakyamuni Buddha, Lama Tsongkhapa, Lama Atisha, all these great masters, something that you could do. It's not like something they're taught that you cannot do. It's not like that. Every practice they're taught, if you put some effort, you could do. Slowly, bit by bit, you could do. You could learn. It's not like, this practice you cannot learn. That's not true. You could learn. Every practice they're taught, you could learn. Slowly, you could learn. Slowly, you could learn. And you can practice. That's true. You can practice. Every single practice. So now how is about actualizing realization? That's based on how much effort you put. It's based on then many things based on your karma, based on how much effort you put. But you could learn. Definitely you could learn. Okay. So that's where we stop now here. Well, even though I tried to go through shortcuts, so it's still just like class number 4 on the same topic. You understand my point now? You understand the point? Hmm. What we need, what kind of message we need to get out of this part of the sections? One, important one, recognize the very life that you have is precious. You have to have faith. You have to understand. You have to gain the realizations this life is very precious, very difficult to find, very meaningful. That's the one core message that we need to get out of studying out of this topic. Second, this preciousness could slip through your hand by doing nothing much. Then you need to be aware. You need to be aware. When? No clue. Will that happen? Definite. It's not like, oh, maybe, no, definite. That's going to happen, definitely going to happen. So when, don't know. So could be tomorrow, could be today, hard to say. But this is the kind of method that we need to understand from this, studying this topic. Like Lome, every day remember. Every day remember, you get maximum benefit if you remember, oh, this could be the last day. To shape your life, to make better choice. If you're getting depressed by thinking like that, then there's something wrong. There's nothing, probably there's not, then maybe you should not think. You should not think about death because you are not getting any benefit. All right? You are not getting benefit. So, but that's how the teaching has been laid out in order to shape our life. Or maybe that's not very suitable for me. I don't like to think about death. I like to focus more on life. That's all right. There's nothing wrong. But the core message is how to make better choice. You could choose, oh, I don't like to think about this. I like to focus more on life. That's all right. That's okay too. But to make sure this precious doesn't just slip through from your hand by doing nothing. So that's great loss. That's great loss. So, so I understand because, meditating on death is not part of your culture in the West. People usually tend not to think, they try to deny, but it's going to happen, whether you ignore or deny, or it's going to happen. It's going to happen, so it's only a matter of time. But if you don't want to think about that, there's nothing wrong, that's okay. Whole point is how to make better choice in daily basis, better choice, and how to assess for your benefit, for your own benefit. Very person now breathing for your own benefit. What's the best thing to do? What's the best thing to do? What's the best thing to do? Because you are capable to do, because you possess Buddha nature, you have to have faith in yourself. If you don't have faith in yourself, nothing can be accomplished. Nothing can be accomplished. You have to have faith in yourself. There's something that you can do. You have to have faith in yourself that I could enlighten. If I put effort, I could enlighten according to Lama Tsongkhapa teaching 12. Within 12 years, 3 months, I could get enlightened. You have to have faith. Okay? Without faith in yourself, not recognizing this life is precious, nothing can be accomplished. So that's so whether you want to think about death or not, that's how the teachings lay out in order to shape our life. Maybe it may be not suitable for your mind. I like to focus more on the life. That's okay. But they get the most out of this precious human life. That's the whole point. Okay. So this precious human life, don't think it will be here forever. Sorry, that's ignorance. That's pure ignorance. It's not wisdom. Even though you don't want to think about death, but thinking that you're going to be here forever, that's kind of deceiving. That's not wisdom. So, okay, so just that. Then, so now, we know we are human. We are only born as a human. And the amount of complication we go through when we are just born, different kind of complications. When we grow up, like after like 4 or 5 years, different kind of complication. Then we become teenager, different kind of complication. Then we get some of good, they go to monastery, become monks, some people become nun, some people get married, have children, different kind of complications, the complication after complication, complication after complication. What is that? That's the nature of samsara. Oh, why my life is not perfect? Well, there's nothing is perfect in samsara. There's nothing is perfect, Or you may think, oh, maybe I could go move to Costa Rica. My life is going to be perfect. Probably ignorance. You could move to Costa Rica, but your life is not going to be perfect. You could think, oh, I could move to Nepal. Maybe, this idea. So this samsara as a whole. Oh, so then, I don't like that my hair is like now turning to gray. Yeah, in the first place, if you don't have a hair, you don't need to worry about turning to gray. So then you don't have hair. It's not like, So the hair, why this body? No, that's not just you. Everybody has head. Then on that head, hair grows. So that's everybody, same, all human, there's hair on the head. And all human, their hair eventually turns to gray. So like that. So these are all part of the many complications associated with this body. I don't like to I don't like aging, I don't like death. Liberate. No, like there's no choice, liberate. Like concord, how is it? Concord? How is it? Concord? Conquer death and birth. Conquer. How? Liberate. So this desire realm, formless realm, no matter you go from desire realm to form realm, desire realm to celestial, within the celestial realm, go there and maybe go to form realm, come back, it goes like round and round, but you are not free from complications, all the complications. The way to free yourself from all the complications, liberate. Okay, there is always something to do. The level of complication you don't like, there's always something to do. There's always the freedom to seek for. I'm not much worried about liberation, fully enlightenment. I'm just looking for another human life. You can do something for that too. You can create a cause, practice ethics, practice morality, so that you will have another human rebirth. That's all you want. I'm not really worried about liberation moksha. It's too much to tackle. So I just want to be another human. I just want to go another realm. There'll be less complication. You could do that too. There's many choices. There are many choices. Or maybe I'm not really worried about next life. I'm just worried about this life. There's something you can do in this life. I'm not really worried about next life. I'm just worried about this life. Make sure that I'm happy most of the time. So mentally, I'm kind of happy, satisfied, content. That's something you can do. Meditate or, work with your mind. I'm not just this life. I'm also worried about next life. There's something you can do. Not just next life. I really want to be free from myself, from all the samsara. There's something you can do. This is not just enough. Maybe I'm worried about all other sentient beings. Enlightened. There's always choice. Okay. You work just for this life, next life, higher rebirth, liberation, enlightenment. We are all capable. We have, but the first place you have to have faith. So these are the message we need to get out of this topic. So then, you know, a lot of quotation from Nagarjuna, different masters. So make sure the Lama just did not make it up by himself. That's why there's a lot of quotations. So when you read those texts, it's already said there. So then, you know, it has lineage. It's lineage. It's not just somebody just made it up a few months ago. It's not like that. It's been there. Teaching's been around thousands of years. So now, Chukila, so is there anything left important? I think every single word is important. In your view, what needs to be explained now? Instead of going word by word. Anybody else, if anybody else thinks important, I think every word is important. So I already explained the point. So we could read word by word, you know, so then spend all our energy and meanwhile forget what I'm supposed to get out of this topic. Oh, as I said. Precious human life, impermanent. There's a true message that we need to get out of this topic. Precious human life, impermanent. Don't fool by idea that I'm going to be here forever. That's kind of deceiving. Don't fool by that. No, don't fool by that. No. That's ignorance. No. Whether we like to hear or not, it's kind of ignorance. No. So then what else, Chukila? Or anybody else? Anything important that we need to, I should read from this text? If you did your homework, so maybe is there any important things that something to explain? Or maybe next Wednesday, maybe I will come a little later, so then you should read. Then maybe there are certain sections that maybe you don't understand, so then maybe I will explain. Does that sound good? Chukila or Hamula will read, then you all have, most of you have copy of this book. So then if Hamula or Chukila say, oh, this is kind of hard, so then if you're not able to chew, then I will try to chew. So I'm also getting old, so I may not be able to chew. So that means to explain, not really chew, to explain.
Mentions about, you know, at the end of life, after you have to be either have a higher rebirth or a lower rebirth, and he explains that a while. You know, about happy migration or unhappy migration.
Asking to explain?
No, I mean, that's what the Lama is explaining, that we need to, there's only two options, either a higher rebirth or a lower rebirth after death.
See, like you all aware, karma or action, not different, same thing, different word, same thing. Le in Tibetan, le, same thing. In Tibetan, we don't say karma, we say le. People who speak Sanskrit, they say karma. When people who don't speak Tibetan, Hindi, they say actions. All the same thing, Word in a different word means same thing. Doesn't mean one is better than another one, same thing. So now, action from mouth, word. Action from body. Then thinking, mental action, that's actions. Now maybe you wonder like, yeah, higher rebirth, lower rebirth based on actions. So this action can be incomplete actions, can be complete actions. The motivation, intention is very strong. So then the process or action itself is strong, then conclusion is strong, that karma is complete. It's like harder to purify. motivation is very strong. So then between motivation and result, then you kind of change your mind, or maybe not the good thing to do. That karma is lighter because that karma is incomplete, because you lose interest. So there's no action, but there's only motivation, but there's no action, there's no result. Karma has been created, yes, but that karma is incomplete. Okay, so motivation is very strong. You have object, you take the actions, then you enjoy the result. So that karma is complete. It's harder to purify. Okay, so that's what Lama is a rebirth. Higher, two options: higher rebirth, lower rebirth. Oh, that's based on. So then you wonder, oh, maybe I'm not idea which karma, what kind of karma I'm going to plant. I'm going to water. Let's say I'm going to water time of death. Which kind of karma I'm going to water time of death? Oh, that's very much based on if you wonder what kind of karma. So now that's based on positive, negative, which one is more heavier. The heavy, generally speaking, heavy is going to be, you're going to be probably more likely water on the heavy one. Oh, these are, maybe these two karmas equally heavy. I'm not sure which one is going to be water time of death. Oh, equally heavy. So now, which one you are more familiar? Are you more familiar doing good things, or you are more familiar doing bad things? So there's good action, bad action now for is equally 1 pound, 1 pound. So now I'm not sure which one is going to ripen fast, or which one you are more familiar. Leji kowa chikanda, nyewa kanda. First, like which one you are equally 1 pound, 1 pound. Which one you are close to? Which one you are close to? You are close to the good one, or you're close to the bad one. Or equally close, equal 1 pound, 1 pound, I'm close to each one of them, 50-50. Which one, then third one, which one you are more familiar? See, makes sense? Familiar. Or equally 1 pound, 1 pound, equally close, equally familiar. So then which one you create first? That's how the karma is going to happen. Then the karma determines higher rebirth, lower rebirth. The karma is not created by your neighbor, it's created by you. It's not like somebody else created karma, then you experience the result. It's not like that. Karma is created by individual yourself, something you can control. That's why I say you could change. I used to be so angry, person, like every little thing make me so angry. Then I meditate, I practice, I read, I meditate. Now I'm not that angry, So I'm like, I do get angry occasionally, but not that often. It takes some time me to get angry. Before, like, I was angry all the time. Every little thing made me so angry. Now I thought, I meditate, I read. So I change, I change. So now I'm not that angry, I'm not that jealous. I used to get jealous so easily. Now I'm not really that jealous. I kind of, occasionally I rejoice, when I see people having good things, I just rejoice. Oh, that was wonderful, rejoice. Slowly. The things can change, you can change. So you see, it's all about change and improvement. You improve, I was so terrified by this and that, so slowly practice thought meditation. Now I'm not that terrified. So occasionally, but most of the time I'm okay. Well, I used to think I'm just worthless. I have no meaning. My life has no meaning. I'm just worthless. I'm just, So now slowly, I'm not thinking like that. I think I do see myself as something precious, so on and off. Not just always think about negative. I do see I have opportunities. I do see now I can relate to the Buddha's teaching that I may have Buddha nature. I see some hope like that, change slowly. So rebirth, whenever just Samula read, rebirth is determined by actions. What actions? Okay. Today, what else? You wonder what karma is going to ripen fast. Equally 1 pound, 1 pound, equally close, equally familiar. Which one create fast? No need to wait. Or maybe like I'm kind of depressed about something that I did like 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Purify. You can purify. You don't need to sink with that actions. You don't need to sink. You don't need to drown with that action. You can purify. I don't know how to purify. Oh, if you are living here nearby Kadamba Center, go around the stupa, purifies. Say mani mantra, do some like go around, even the house, go around the Tara statues, purifies. You don't need to drown. You don't need to drown with your actions. You can purify. Oh, I don't think I can purify. That's kind of heavy. Someone who killed 999 human beings can be liberated in this life. Why you think that you can purify? Why? What kind of reason or what kind of profound reason that you have that thinking that you can purify? And who said that you cannot purify? Who said? Most of you heard about this story about Milarepa. Early life, he did kill his aunt and uncle together with many friends, animals. He managed to enlighten. Why you think that you have no chance? Why you think you have no chance? What kind of proof that you have that you can purify? What kind of proof that you have or evidence you have that you cannot purify? Well, I don't know how to purify. Oh, you can go around stupa, you can read sutra, you can study, you can learn the 4 points of purification practice. What are those 4 points? You can learn, you can purify. Purification doesn't come to you, so don't wait for that. Purification doesn't come to you. So you need to study. What do you say, children? Does purification come to you? So we do what we can do. So of course, nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Nobody was perfect. The Buddha's previous life was not perfect. Milarepa, before he was enlightened, not perfect. Nobody was perfect. No? Geshe Langdi Taba was not perfect. Nobody is perfect. But everybody make effort and believing in themselves and having a faith in themselves, knowing their Buddha nature, so believing in themselves to have opportunity to grow, to improve. Oh. Yeah, so maybe I cannot purify. That's kind of heavy. No. Every single negative karma can be purified. And you can learn how to purify. It's not like you cannot learn. That's very secret. No, it's not secret. You can learn how to purify. You just need to motivation. Go around the stupa, go around the statues. Just need to think that particular incident or event. Think, go and regret. Strong regret, not just regret, very strong regret. Almost that three of you, you and your friend, and your friends, like kind of took some kind of poison. Your friend died, and another friend was very sick, and somehow you survived. Then you regret, how much you regret, like that kind of strong regretting towards something negative is positive. Regretting towards something positive is negative. Regret can be both. Here we are not talking about guilt. We don't talk about guilt. We talk about regret. Among those 4 powers, regret is the most important. I really regret. And that time, I kind of enjoy But now when I look back, I do regret. I really regret whatever I regret. So just that purifies, believe or not, just that purifies. Or by then I kind of enjoy, because I enjoy seeing that person kind of hurting because I don't like that person. Now when I look back, I kind of regret that kind I enjoy, kind of regret. That purifies, just that purifies. Why it purifies? That is the one of the power among those four power, most important one. It purifies. Purify. I'm not just making this up. It purifies. It's not purification. Is not that difficult. It's not that hard. Not that hard. Okay. So what else now? How much time we have? Ramasi, how much time we have?
We have about 10 minutes, Geshe.
Anything else? So that's maybe Tamala, Chukila, Ramasi, that's what we'll do next. We read in advance, you read, or maybe you read a little bit so we all know where we stop. You can read. If you don't understand something, mark. So you can read. Next time when you come to class, you can read, then I will explain. Okay. So then otherwise we are going to move to the next topic, because I think everything that I need to say, I already said it for this, on this topic, whether you read at the end of the day. So just talk about dead farms, not good. Yeah, so, okay. So that's what we do next time. So you read and write down wherever you don't understand, write down, then I will read that part. So if you, then you read when you know, so that's good news, okay? Yeah, so
Geshe,
ah,
the student has a question asking to clarify the difference between regret and guilt.
guilt is just negative things. Guilt is just negative. Whenever people say, I feel guilty, they always refer to something negative, right? Am I right? Does guilt has positive side or not? Does guilt ever used for positive things or not?
No.
This question boils down on that. Regret can be both, can be positive, can be negative. As I said, if you're regretting towards something good, that's negative. If you're regretting towards something bad, that's positive. Or I regret I give too much, that's negative. You know? Regretting towards something positive. Or maybe I should know, I'm kind of regret that I'm being too nice. That's negative regret. No. Well, I'm kind of regret that I'm kind of being mean to that person. That's positive. So guilt is only negative. That's the big difference. What do you say? No? Any donations?
Geshe,
No?
Geshe, you explained to me once about the difference of regret and guilt. And what you told me was that in regret, there was like not only that we kind of make the purpose of not committing the action again. Like we analyze it, we understand what was wrong about the action, but we also do the intention of not doing the same thing again, or otherwise there is no point. In guilt is just like beating ourselves down about feeling negative about something that we did or something that happened, but there is no point because we are not changing anything about it, so it's just negative. And the positive of regret is that we have the opportunity to turn it into something positive.
Yeah, so the Buddha said to Shariputra, well said, Lexo, according to Heart Sutra, Josephina, Lexo.
It was your teaching, Geshe. I'm just repeating. It was all yours.
That's why the Buddha is meditating. Then Shariputra and our location, they are having like Q&A. So then Buddha said, Shariputra, well said, Lexo. So same thing here, Josephina, Lexo. Yeah, well said. Very good.
Geshe, I think also sometimes guilt can be like, I'm a bad person, as opposed to there were actions, that were bad. And so guilt can have that sense of like, it's about me as a person as opposed to my actions.
Yeah, so that's, I think, like not having a faith. That's the main thing, not having a faith in yourself. Then people start to feel bad, feel bad. Don't you think? Yeah, they somehow they get this idea, oh, I'm not worth it. That's very unfortunate. I'm not sure like how this culture or some tradition, so something's contributing. So people should not think like, so someone who's like killed 999 human managed to turn things around. So why you think that you are not good enough? Why? I think it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. That's why I've been saying a few months ago, I've been kind of emphasizing that you have to have faith in yourself. You have to have faith in yourself. So I'm not just making these things up, make you happy. No, that's the teaching. There's a part of the teaching that you have to have faith. That's why Lamrim begin with the precious human life. Think about that. Or maybe there are no any other subject to begin. No, there are tons of subjects to begin. Why to begin with precious human life? Very beginning of the path, you are not going to succeed if you just think that you are not worth it, then you are not good enough. You don't have any evidence. You don't have any proof why you're not good enough. You're just negative thought. That's unfortunate. So that sometimes people refer to guilt to themselves. They are not good. Chugula, say it again.
Yeah, Geshe, I think sometimes guilt can be seeing that we're bad as opposed to separating the actor from the action, right? So it's like we're bad as a whole package, not just that there were bad actions.
Yeah, somehow it's contributing. Somehow it's contributing. I'm not able to separate action and actor, and thing like it's inseparable. Yeah, so I don't blame if you think it's inseparable. I don't just understand why you feel bad, because you have this very thick ignorance that your action and yourself is, action means story, like your story, mainly your stories, right? You are not born with those stories. Those stories happen. Are you born with those stories when you don't have any story when you're born. You're just baby. Not my story. Anyway, so good discussions. So next time, please read. So then if you don't understand, mark, so then you can read that part. So then we'll discuss. Maybe that's the best way to go. So this, I think, topic is kind of hard at the end of the day. What you say, Chet, is good, or talk about just that end of the day. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for coming. So then everyone have a wonderful night. So then see you Sunday. So last Sunday, so I play hooky. I'm fine, so nothing wrong with here. Got received both vaccinations, totally fine. So and very grateful for all the positive relationship I have with all of you many years. So and always pray for your well-being, health, long life. Okay, I do the same thing. Okay, Amala, dedication. So.
Due to the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of a Guru Buddha and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow. And may that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more. Just as the brave Manjushri and Samantabhadra too realize things as they are, I too dedicate all these merits in the best way that I may follow their perfect example. I dedicate all these roots of virtue with the dedication praised as the best by the victorious ones thus gone of the 3 times, so I might perform good works. I dedicate whatever virtues I have ever collected for the benefit of the teachings and of all sentient beings, and in particular for the essential teachings of perfect pure Losangdrapa to shine forever. Now the long life prayers. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good, all-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso. Please remain until samsara ends. The one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Avatare, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa on bliss and void, Lama ornament of the yellow hat tradition. Please remain until samsara ends. You uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Majjhina's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the 3 jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples. Please, please live long. Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-objectifying compassion. Manjushri, master of stainless wisdom. Tsongkhapa, crown jewel of the sages of the land of snow. Losangdrapa, at your feet I make request. Om Taritu Taritu Re Soha. 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 Om Taritu Taritu Re Soha.
Yeah, have a wonderful night. See you Sunday. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
Geshe.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gisela.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you.
Yeah.